All right, y'all, what's going on? It's Combo Breaker 99. I'm back with another video. All right, y'all, so it's been like a year or so since I did these type of videos, but yeah, back on it again. Shout out to Zhang Weili. You know, she looks like she's really been getting that work in, and that's one of the reasons I like doing these little training update videos. Just post a little bit of work and just kind of give you my thoughts on what I've been, what I've been seeing. What I'm seeing with the former champion. I gotta say I like it. She's back in there working. Of course, y'all know she has a fight coming up in a couple weeks, June 11th, rematch with Joanna. So it's a familiar face, but it's looking like a familiar face, but she's added more to her game. She's definitely adding some improvements to her game this time around. I've seen her doing this type of pad work before, just dropping those heavy kicks on the mitts like this, with the training partners. And you just got to love that sound. They really drop a rhythm to it. And that's how you got to fight. You got to put those shots together, that synchronized type of style, and, just dropping heavy rhythm and putting it together. I like watching Zhang Weili train. She's really been hitting the weights, doing the strength and conditioning. But as you can see here, she's also putting together those combinations on the mitts. They've been working that pad. They've been working the pads, doing that pad work. And I think that's something that's really going to help improve her hands moving forward into this fight. And it's definitely something that I've been talking about that she needs. She really needs to start protecting her chin, especially against these heavy strikers like Rose and Joanna. You just can't go in there and, use little feints if you don't have any head movement. So every time you throw these strikes, you got to get into that habit of bringing your hands right back to your chin or, covering up your face like she's doing, like you see her doing here. They're definitely incorporating some of that Floyd Mayweather type of pad work, just to kind of build it as muscle memory to, land a couple combinations, get in, get out, and always keep your hands back to your chin. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to, Zhang Weili versus Joanna. Like I said, I'm not really looking forward to another slugfest or another blow for blow type of fight. I don't really want a barn burner or one of these type of fight of the night type of fights. I want to see improvements. Whoever it is, I want to see good improvements. I want to see somebody take the lead, take the reins, and dominate. And even if they can't dominate in this fight, I want to see somebody go in there and do something different to cancel out their opponent's strength. And what I've been seeing with Zhang Weili lately, I've been seeing her add so much more to her game, and I want to be able to see her execute that. Just because of the way she works. A lot of people wanted to counter out after the Rose losses, because of the excuses made after the first fight, and then, after not being able to go in there and utilize her wrestling in the second fight. A lot of people wanted to counter out. Everybody's thinking, oh, she's lost it. She's not the same fighter. But I think she just needed to like she said, kind of review and refine herself. They needed to go back to the drawing board and just kind of humble themselves and say, hey, there's corrections we have to make. We are not perfect. We may have won the belt, but that just fit that particular situation. There's always going to be somebody that comes along and they can cancel you out or they'll knock you out. You know what I mean? So you have to get used to that in this game, mixed martial arts or boxing, whatever it is. But right now, as you can see Zhang Weili putting it together. She's, like I said, hitting these pads, and I like what I'm seeing with the hand speed. It's definitely going to be something that's going to have to come into play against Joanna. Sometimes you have to fight fire with fire, but when you land combinations on Joanna, you got to be able to get in on the reach, and you got to get out. You got to turn angles. You got to use timing with Joanna. If you want to get off more than one shot, you got to be prepared to take a couple of shots, right? So yeah, man, let me know what y'all think. I've been checking out her IG, just keeping up with it. Only a couple more weeks till UFC Singapore, and we got this fight. We've got Valentina Shevchenko and Taylor Santos. So it's going to be a good night, y'all. I think it's definitely going to be a good night. But this one here, this time they only got 3 rounds to work. They only got 3 rounds to work. That's another thing that we need to talk about in another video. But as of right now, I like the strength. I like the burst, the explosiveness from Zhang Weili. I don't think she's really missing a beat. But if anything's changed, I think for the better. I think she's definitely going to have some improvements to her game. Let me know what y'all think. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.